Over the last few years, Kentucky's hemp industry has seen a major boom after a farm bill legalized hemp farming in the state. Our next guest recognized that opportunity and co-founded his company called Cornbread Hemp. Since launching, the company's co-founder, Jim Higdon, has advocated for the legalization of cannabis at both the state and the federal and the local levels. And Jim joins us now to discuss why he thinks it's time. So great to see you, my friend.
Hi, Crystal. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Give us just like a little bit of a lay of the land of where things stand on the state level, where they stand on the federal level, and where you think they should go now.
Sure. So real quick, the numbers depends on how one counts. 35 or 36 states now have medical marijuana. 15 states in the district have legal recreational or adult use cannabis. 47, 48 states have legal CBD products available to them. So Kentucky remains one of the 15 states without a medical marijuana program, while almost every border state surrounding us, 7 border states, are in one way or another more advanced on this issue than us. So Cornbread Hemp is we sell hemp-derived CBD products, but all of our products are full spectrum, which means they contain a legal amount of THC. So we see ourselves as a legal cannabis company on the hemp side of the dividing wall, and we're looking to break that wall down so that we can move all of our products to all 50 states with a higher level of THC over time.
And what are the barriers in Kentucky? And in answering that, just speak to a little bit the way that sort of attitudes and conventional wisdom around this have changed really quite dramatically over just the past decade.
Sure. So Kentucky on this issue was bound to be on the rump end. We're a state without a ballot referenda, so we can't get on the ballot for this issue. So the polling is very far ahead of where the politicians are. So we're slow to move, slow to act. Jamie Comer, who's now a congressman, when he was agricultural commissioner in 2012, 2013, 2014, fought to legalize hemp in Kentucky, got that done. And that was a real catalyst to help move the Kentucky congressional delegation, specifically McConnell, into the pro-hemp camp. McConnell helped move hemp legalization through the Farm Bill in 2014 and 2018 to get us where we are now.
Yeah. And Jim, talk about the federal level, because, states are able to basically do what they want. Federal government looks the other way. But what has Biden pledged, and what could he actually take action on without even having Congress?
It's a very interesting question. One, while reading the Controlled Substances Act, it appears as if the president, through the attorney general, can remove any drug from the controlled substances list if the attorney general decides to. That's not something that the Obama Justice Department decided to do, but it seems like it's on the books that it could be done that way. But the good news is we might not have to see if the Biden administration will go that route. There seems to be some significant work being done in Congress, especially on the Senate side, that looks like this could be a priority this Congress.
And are there Republicans at the federal level who are in support of full cannabis legalization?
Oh, gosh. Well, Cory Gardner is gone now. So off the top of my head, I can't think of one. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the answer is probably no. And it's just another area where they're sort of dramatically out of step with public opinion, even within the Republican Party. I mean, there are a lot of Republicans at this point who have really moved on this issue. Where do you think that the hang-up comes from? I mean, this is one of the issues that we see sort of like broad bipartisan support among the electorate, and yet very little action, at least at the federal level, in terms of legislation.
Well, I think the reason is when you look at the polling, 75, 78% of Democrats are in favor of marijuana legalization, and it's still a majority of Republicans, but it's like 55% of Republicans. So it's a real wedge issue for Republicans. It makes Republican leaders paralyzed because their party is split. So even though a narrow majority of Republicans support this issue, it makes Republican office holders and Republican leadership hesitant to act because their right flank is still against it.
Yeah. No excuses for Biden and the Democrats, though. They've got a lot of support behind them. Jim, so great to see you. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. A lot more rising for you after this.